welcome back. Hey. Ah. Yeah, easy to lose track of time playing this game. That's one of its main features, losing track of time. So we're gonna go check out that manufacturing facility when I spotted this thing. Sweet! Can we learn the Gek word for dude next? You have learned the Gek word for sweet. Facility was how far away? I'm not thinking we should hoof it. And it says 20 minutes, it would be about 5 if we were actually moving in that direction. But, we'll just fly there. Oh! You do not want to fly with me today.
Technology recharge. Technology recharge. Technology recharge.
You do not want to stand that close. One of those grenades is going to hit the Sentinel and blow up in my face. That's what was. Surprised it didn't happen. High gas pressure. Something detected. The outpost is offline. My exosuit's atmospheric toxicity gauge starts to flicker. Figures on the terminal suddenly plunge downwards. There's a leak in the system. High gas pressure. Vent excess gas. We could always increase system pressure. I'm sure nothing bad would happen at all, but toxicity levels stabilized. The facility is operational. Superconductor! Yeah! Yes! Yes, I wanted that blueprint. Yeah! Because I noticed that semiconductors were for sale. Last save, I had this blueprint and I wasn't sure where you got semiconductors besides random loot. They are for sale on a lot of merchants. Semiconductors make superconductors, and the superconductors go into a lot of things. I don't have a whole lot of blueprints right now, but the very first one we got on this new save was a stasis device. And I know that the quantum processor needs the superconductor in there somewhere along the line. So if we get a quantum processor blueprint, be glad we have the superconductor blueprint already. Boy, it'd be cool if we could make those one day. And if it were worth it, if it weren't such a pain in the ass to put all the pieces together, set up some farms and... It was the very first depot or facility or ops or whichever it was. It was the first one on this save. I had only heard about that blueprint. Let's find another. Good. That again. Hey, Jazz. Oh? This is no time for begging, Jazz. I got someone right next to me here. He's this one. He's a begging. Hey, did you want to? Hey, Jazz, you want to put in an appearance? Come here. Oh, I'm setting you up. You know I'm setting you up. Don't give me that look. Ah, she's no. Come on. Not gonna happen. We're so stubborn. Ah, you're messing with me. What did it find? Did we get another facility? I was distracted. I didn't really notice. Did anyone happen to notice if it marked another facility? Not the trading post. One right here. Doesn't look like anything else got marked. Anyone else really bad about remembering your signal boosters? I probably leave a signal booster somewhere on some planet at least once a day. True, that it may have marked the same one. That's why I don't do more than 2 drop pods on a planet, because it seems if you go to one drop pod and then request another, it works every time. But after that second one, it tends to send you back to the first one. So, similar. Really going up there to that? What am I doing? Where are we going? What am I doing? We running after tech modules? Maybe. It is a pretty planet. I could just run around for a while. We were gonna hop to a few different systems, though. I don't have to hit every planet in the system just to... We wanted to put a little distance. Put in 3 warp cells for that reason. If you go to the other side of the planet, you can do 2 more, and then 2 more at each of the poles. I did not know that. That is okay. So, do you just eyeball it, or do you have a good way for knowing? 'Cause when I'm flying around the planet, I have a hard time gauging distance. Just needs to be far enough away. If you go far enough away. Yeah. I smell ya. I just noticed the name in the corner. Hello, Siberia. How much juice do I have in my jetpack? think if you did eat the mushrooms on this planet, the sounds that the mushrooms on this planet make would really weird you out. Hissing, squelching. Squelching is bad. Kind of like swooping. That rock looks suspiciously like Ben Affleck. Okay, that's up here. But that was gonna be another bugged down under a cave one. Have we gone swimming on this planet yet? I don't think we have. I bet you is this just 5? No, 9 species. We were on some planet that only had 5 today, but we haven't gone swimming yet. So, you could rename rocks? Captain Frantic, is that the case that you could rename rocks? With the whole Ben Affleck rock. I was wondering, because where exactly the reference to renaming the rocks there came from. Since I never saw that. Or I don't want to go down the hill. I don't want to go down the hill. Birdies.
Units received.
Database complexity. I mean, if you, I don't know, maybe that's a silly thought. Maybe it's a trivial amount of data to process compared to everything else. But if you have plants, animals, and minerals, many on each planet, not more than, what's the max creatures you could have? Is it 12 or 14? And then how about flora? And it's a third of the data. It's a third of the stuff you would be renaming. I don't know. Data simplification, database simplification, something along those lines. It's very pretty. I like views. Views are nice. The greatest view or anything, but damn, it's pretty. It doesn't matter if you don't take a lot of damage. There is something so gruesome about the ankle break, especially when you're trying to fall but arrest your movement and land gently, because everybody wants to go plummet, 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 touchdown. And it hurts every time you break your ankle instead. Entropic, greetings. Greetings, brother. Hope you're good out there. What's the word? Entropod's timing, no kidding. Wow, that almost went right by me. I'm glad you called it out. The bot is creepy. Hey, it's not a new species, but we've got a... Wow, the others were basketball sized, and this one is room sized. Yikes. Smells with tongue. Processes dirt. Unafraid. I have no idea, man. I really don't know. I try not to think about it much. But the game is what I'm enjoying thinking about these days. Bird, bird, bird. Bird is the word. Bird, 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 bird. Ancient data structures. Hopefully we get some drop pod data in the group there. Write it like you stole it. Did we do drop pods on this planet? We did. We came here with a direction from a Gek to a drop pod, and then I used one drop pod data. And I don't know that we've moved far enough on this world to use another, so unless we're gonna fly to the other side of it, I won't use another drop pod. This is my favorite audio cue. That little one. That little screech. That one. Gives me goosebumps. Yeah, I see you see me. What are you gonna do about it?
Message for you, Commander. Just came in over a secure channel.
Oh, Blood Wolf. Yeah. Man, look at all that time. Blood Wolf, thank you so much. Cheers. Cheers for your most extended sub support. It is so greatly appreciated. If you're out there lurking. You're having a good time out there? Doing all right? Too bad there's no fight me emote. Future update. The Sentinel. Oh no, you didn't. Calls the full guard down. All the police. I don't know if I'm going anywhere. It's just pretty and I'm wandering this way. What are the notes on our little mushrooms here? Or the big ones? The big one says also smells with tongue, and the little one extremely, come on, pop-up box. Heterozygous. It's cut off. Slow grazer, eats small trees. You pay good money to be able to flip the bird at a sentinel. Well, not that I expect any kind of microtransactions, even cosmetic, to come to this game, but if they did, that would have to be the first one. I think a lot of people would gladly throw down a buck to flip the bird. Just need very small trees or very big trees very slowly. On the other hand, I would also pay a buck for a bird emote that's like, bird, bird, bird. Bird is the word. Bird, bird, bird. That would be good too. That's the second one. The those hopping, not the Dodorexalopes, but the hopping wherever they were on one of those planets. They had these really floppy, long hands. So they're bipedal and they have these floppy hands. And when they would run, they would start to move their hands, and one would flop out and one would flop back. And so as they would move, they would walk the Egyptian. Walk like an Egyptian. Walk like an Egyptian. That's on this save. So anytime you run towards these things, they start running away and doing the Egyptian. It's pretty good. Maybe I'm the only one who saw that. I tried to show it to people. I might be the only one who appreciated that. I don't know. So that was loud. I'm sorry, did you want my attention? Something there? Needed my attention. Hopping madly and making the noises. Where'd that there beacon go? Hey, there you are, Blood Wolf, lurking. Good to see you pop up. Enjoy the rest of your lurk. We'll be going about the rest of the hour here, and I'll be hunting down some food. All these mushrooms here are making me hungry. You ever feed the critters? Man, they get annoying real fast. Yeah, I do sometimes, but usually just for fun sometimes. And then it's not annoying because you're doing it for fun. If it's you have to feed 8 creatures for a quest, that's kind of annoying. Or you need a lot of coprite and you decide to get creatures to poop it out. That's pretty annoying. But feeding one and then watching them all kind of flock to you is neat sometimes. Minor settlement. I wonder if that's the minor settlement we already went to. Let's go there in case there's a cool gun or... Can't remember if it was an NPC on a space station or an NPC in a minor settlement who gave me this gun. I think it might have been a minor settlement. If anybody else, has anyone else been offered a multi-tool from a Vy'keen? My question is there, can any NPC do something like that, or is it just Vy'keen warriors who have that potential, I'm gonna give you a weapon, it's really shady, don't want the cameras to see dialogue? kind of like a warrior thing. Used to be any race, but you've only seen it Vy'keen post next. From a lore perspective, that kind of works. On Buki, say it's still any race.
Storm clearing.
Cool. Trader bounces excitedly while it boots up a graph that spins gently in front of me. There are 3 colored lines, plunging blue one, soaring red one, and another that's fairly flat and uneventful yellow. Squat little life form gabbles a little, points to himself, and then hops from foot to foot. They seem to want to trade for elements. Trade my elements in exchange for an excellent gift. Oh, an excellent gift, huh? No, thank you. Excellent gift. Thanks so much. This is the same. We're optimized light silencer. Wasn't that the one we saw on the wall in another building? Yeah, you and you again. You.
Units received.
Anything else on world here? Multi-tool science is arcane. Multi-tool science is more of an art than a science. Another planet in this system, or should we warp to another system? We were gonna do some series of warp jumps just to open up a few new systems. But there are 5 planets in this system. At least one was a dead planet. Let's see. What did we at least... There's something hiding behind this planet. Do you see the one that's peeking out around the corner? It looks like a blue world. Abandoned. Unknown grave. Oh, we ran into the Traveler. We were gonna check in. Yeah, we're going there, and then let's... Don't mind me. We're gonna see what world is beyond the other one in the upper right corner. When you can see it emerging here, we should scan it. Just to know what we're talking about. Unknown planet. Sub-Zero. Atriki. Atriki. Tricky. Malabar and Blue Hawaiian. What's did I be able to associate those specifically? I can't claim to place them. I can take a guess at Blue Hawaiian. What do they mean to you? Good names. There's Yes, you should. Well, there's an overwhelming number of names for things, too, so. Fingers crossed on grave number 3 and glyph number 3. Acrid planet, average sentinels. Blue wine would be your porn name, huh? Drowned in the seas of. Signal led us there in search of, pursued by abyss, but we couldn't. I wasn't done. So much more to see, so much more to. Fallen traveler's grave is marked by a glyph, an epitaph of some ancient technology. Gain the glyph and with it the ability to travel to unknown worlds. Leave the fallen traveler in peace.
Protection. 4.
We really get it? Number 3. So far, so good. Dude, fit well on Silo Siberia. I wonder if we can import some species. And if not, maybe we could just graft some things onto some existing species. That might be a cool looking bird. See if I can get the photo mode close to him here. Whoa. Actually, they look more like a flying rat. Or a bat. That is definitely a bat. With, So it is a flying rat. You see some data miners found files relating to a whole bunch of foodstuffs in the code. No, what else have data miners found? Oh, that's neat. I'm Batbird. I'm Batbird. I'm Batbird. People think it's a food mechanic, but it may be food to give to creatures, like an Ark. So, do they think it's new data or old data? I mean, could it be remnants of a possible system where players were going to have to consume food? Or are people leaning towards that might be on the horizon? Maybe if they added it to a different game mode, if they had a food mechanic that was only in, whatever, hardcore survival or something. Instead of permadeath, they just had a variation on survival mode that had some additional survival mechanics, like food and water and... I don't know. Would people want that? I kind of like the level of minimal needs. Enough stuff to juggle. Line of sight, line of sight. Trying to remember, I can't tag them because line of sight. Yeah, it's the kind of thing I might just have not noticed when I thought something had changed, but it was actually just the way it works. I had not noticed the distinction. Food management you could do without. If you could ride a dick monster, put you down for that. I know the monsters you're talking about. We found one with warts on a planet on the other save. I mean, I actually found a few, but particular one that I have in mind. I guess some dicks are unforgettable. Before I forget it's up there, let's go uphill and see. That would be your trusty steed. Yeah, I got a great picture of it too. Can confirm. Can confirm. And some only think they are. Hey, Jack Marley. Visitation. The outer edge burns at the hands of the Gek first spawn. Our enemies are broken. We are the extinguishers of hope. In our wake we leave only the lamentations of the conquered. We fear nothing. Historical data revealed. Sung to the tune of
Protection. 40.
Tox protection.
Technology recharge.
Data structures. I have those marked and never go there, or is that another set? Gotta get the ancient data structures. Because drop pod data. On 2 of them. Bloodwolf, you, everybody's excited for Cyberpunk now, huh? If they weren't this morning, they are this afternoon. I sure hope it. Oh, skinny. Creepy.
Units received.
Delicious. Notes say delicious. Digs for tubers. I hope it's gonna meet not all of everybody's expectations. It never will. I hope it's not. Getting people too excited too soon before people know what it's really gonna be. It's good to have a gameplay demo today. That'll help people set their expectations. Maybe, hopefully not too high. I hope they knew what they were doing It's what they demoed today, too. Three drop pod data. So we got one drop pod coordinate data along with the nav data from those. Scan you? And I'm gonna blow you up. A plasma grenade only did that. A plasma grenade. My mining beam does a lot more than that. Why did a plasma grenade do so little damage? I was going for overkill, not underkill. Stand on these, can't you? Yeah. Sort of. Okay, can't make any launch fuel. Uranium now, don't we? Finally found some metal fingers on Gladka, actually. Metal fingers and got some uranium. Kaiser Chiefs? I can't, you lost me there. I'd love it if I could catch every reference. Probably a Brit thing. Well, Bloodwolf, still no release date yet, but you also hope the finished product is just as good as the gameplay trailer. I have a lot of respect for CDPR's work, hopes, faith in their desire to do really well. You know, it's such a... What The Witcher was, and what they're clearly capable of, does not a guaranteed different game is just as successful. I have more hopes than anything else. Just because CDPR did a Witcher game so well. You know, this is really different. Really different. Just the nature of the dialogue. City, gritty, corporate, just so different from tribal, village, swords and sorcery. I haven't watched more than a minute of the preview. I didn't get a chance yet. And I really can't speak to it because I didn't see enough of it, but just a bit of speculation from what you're saying about the GUI. And because it's a tech world, there's going to be a complexity to the systems and interfaces that simply wasn't needed for The Witcher. but that means it will be a much more complex game. Across the board, right? Well, see how that all works out. I liked a lot of the simplicity of The Witcher, being able to distill it down to a sword fighting game, if so wished. Deus Exi. Deus Sexy, you mean? Thought the interface looked kind of janky, jarred with what else was on the screen. Well, there's a long way to go. UI is the type of thing that can... It's easier to change that sort of stuff late than a lot of other elements. I mean, they could have a lot of placeholders in the UI because they're functional. They don't need to smooth the boxes or tweak the final color combinations and contrasts or reorganize the lists or reposition things to their... I mean, they may change enough about the systems that they have to rework. Anyways, I'm just rambling. Alright, we came to this planet to check the grave. Wanted to see what that other world was. It was a frosty world. Let's hop to another system. And even though we're not really aiming for the center of the galaxy, the course that was laid out for us was going to get us... Wait a second. What happened to the 3 cells I made? Can't charge... Wait, charge hyperdrive. There is fuel in the hyperdrive. Why can't we use it? Because I didn't go to the right. Never mind. See, obviously I need to eat and wind down. We were using the path to the center of the galaxy just to move us away from the events expanse. And if we go a couple more jumps along this path, we end up in the Kukieri cloud, which is at least a different region of space. So we're here. Ending B. Go to Arasan. Vy'keen. I haven't been to very many Vy'keens. One planet. Very many Vy'keen systems yet. With a lot of Gex standing and Korvax standing, and in the last playthrough it was Vy'keen I maxed first. We must have been in a region with a lot of Vy'keen. The events expanse, not a lot of Vy'keen. It seems. Discovered by somebody else. CB1, belligerent. So it seems when we're following either an Atlas path or a path to the galactic core, we're more likely to end up in a system discovered by someone else. There seem to be... This one? Wait, how is it? 3 of the 4 systems I've been to that were visited by... that were discovered by someone else were discovered by the same someone else. What are the odds of that? I don't understand what they're doing to put players in some of the same regions of space. I just wish I understood what was going on under the hood a little better. Or at all. At all would be nice. Decaying nuclear planet. Hit up the space station, grab an upgrade for the exosuit. See what mods are on the vendors. See what missions are on the terminal. So if Atlas Path acts as a kind of player focal point, which made sense, came up the other day, how would a path to the galactic core behave the same way? Because that's how we just ended up in this system discovered by another player, was following the path to the galactic core, not the Atlas path. Sorry, Captain, we all speak internet. We all speak internet. Ah, those colors. Spray paint that weapon. Before I hit the other vendors, I want to see what landed. Puma's Limitless Wings. Ooh, and another ring ship. Hold on, we gotta look at this. Anytime we got a ring ship, I wanna see. So it's silver. It's a gray ring ship with that nose. What would you call that nose? It's not the cylinder, but and it has 3 circular engines. Pretty cool looking ship. Von Buki, another reason to never take the calculated path shown. Look around for more interesting systems in the general direction. Sounds like good advice. Yeah, I don't want to end up in... I don't want my list of discoveries to be a list of someone else's discoveries. No. I'm also not paying $1 million for that slot, but I'll pay $170 for that slot. Toxic, thermal, shield, life support, thermal. Well, he has lots of good mods. We're gonna get a shield mod for the ship if someone had it. I keep getting my ass kicked. Hyperdrive, cyclotron, positron. Also, because the Discovery server is down, you've had about 5 of your systems renamed by randos. Discovery server is always down, yeah, it always seems to be going up and down. So, really, because the system was down, it was down long enough for someone else to make their way into your systems and rename them? Are you sure that's what was happening and not just... You ended up in a system that had already... I don't know. Don't mind me. Hey, Drigtoll. It be well past your bedtime, so it's a good night from you and a good day from him. But from the both of us, have a nice one and all. All right, I think I follow. You have a good night. Sleep well. Sleep tight. We'll see you on the other side. There's an S-Class. Oh, that's mine. There's an S-Class version of that ring. No, that one's mine. Different ship. Right. Right then. We had a turn in. Had a turn in. And plans for... Yeah. Oh, it's mine! Yeah, every player. No, I'm the first player that has ever happened to. I don't know what you're talking about. It was a unique experience and you can't take it away from me. Days since my last meal. We all have to do what we can, don't we? We all have to play our part. Come, show me what you possess. Suppose since there's only one planet in here, we're gonna land on. I didn't really have a mind to do that. I was kind of thinking, should I talk to the traveler? And then I just did. Mindlessly did. So let's see. Going on nanites, 891. Can you say titters in 2018? So not allowed. Chronic says so not allowed. I don't know about that. I've always been a fan of tits up, though. So if we can't say tits up, then I don't want to be in this, you know, I don't want to live in this world anymore. So what does it say about this planet? Someone else... So how does that work? Someone else gets the system. There's only one planet in it. Really, they didn't land on it and rename it? That am I just to believe that all the planets and the systems I've been to, that someone else has discovered the system, that they just didn't land on the planets? Or is, I don't know, is there something else at work? No, that's still okay. That's still okay. No actual problems there. You're a fan of the classic?
Radiation protection falling.
Clusterfuck perfectly describes everything.
Units received.
Almost forgot there was a grave here. Lay City. Lay City. Awaken happened to me. I saw myself. Told them I would continue. Root of war and sentinels have dreamt of it. Red glow, its vast perfection. Traveler's grave is marked by a glyph, an epitaph of some ancient technology. Please extract glyph. Obtain the glyph, and with it the ability to travel to unknown worlds. I leave, traveler in peace. Continuing to acquire glyphs normally. Appears to be normal for now. There's something very big up there. It's a giant teddy bear! A giant teddy bear! Oh my god! Look at it! Holy shit, it's Godzilla! Oh my god! Look at it! Oh, it's got a cape! Sort of. Oh my god, what is it? It's fucking huge! Oh my god! I've never seen one that big. How tall is it? Alright, let's see. Does it say, 8 meters. 8 meters! Eats rotting fruit, carries babies in a pouch. Baby's got back. Crunchy munchy? Sun is in a terrible spot. And I got high, and then I got high. I have never. That thing deserves a special spot on the SC2. Yeah, can we take it home, please? Like James Vega wanting to take the Huskhead back. Can we take that back, please? Please. I get scared by a monster kangaroo, but then I got high. This thing. So we can't rename the planet, or we can't rename the system, but we could possibly name the planet? I don't know. Are we gonna be stepping on someone's toes? It shouldn't work that way, right? If the person who named the system, who found the system, wanted to, we can't overwrite something. Or can we? I'm not trying to overwrite someone else's stuff. That's a mineral.
Units received.
What would we call that thing anyways? There's his cousin.
Radiation protection falling. Units received. Units received.
That's why the mission agent didn't have any turn-ins for us, because we hadn't scanned enough new plants. Yeah, that one works. That one works. I think on Psilocyberia, you don't even have to eat anything. You just lay down and take a nap. And you will wake up wrecked. If you lay down and take a nap on Psilocyberia, you will wake up here with giant teddy bears all around. Something like that.
Technology recharge.
Funny. There seem to be a lot of them. Dead ass, though.
Radiation protection falling. Units received.
I thought I was scanning. Oh, wait! What's this? Is it a different one? No, wait, that's not a teddy bear. That one has a beak. Wait, but I don't understand. How can they be the same species? How can you be the same species? That doesn't make sense. You're not the same species. That defies. Come on now. How can you be the same species? That's just not. This looks vicious, huh? Looks really vicious. Don't trust that face. Don't trust that face. Titanru? How about Titanaru? Kangazilla? Did I not charge that? Oh, we're on a radioactive planet. No wonder that's not working. We're not on a toxic planet. It just looks toxic to me. Turtizal. So much for your Titanru idea. I'm not ruling it out. It's marinating. A Titanru? And it's really just one species, including the one with the beak. So, Titanru, but considering the one with the beak is part of the species, does that change anything? Nah, ain't gonna fit, Jay, now that that beak thing is in the mix. Why is that the same species? It's almost as weird as the opposite. Got, back on Gladco, we've got these two who are identical. They have two different names, but they're identical. Actually, I can now tell their coloring. Look, their coloring is like one shade different. There's the slightest difference in their coloring. I didn't even notice that before. King Bomb. Some of them have beaks and some of them don't. That doesn't make sense. It just don't make sense. I am gonna have to go with the Chewbacca defense on this one. It just don't make sense. Check their genders. I think it said exotic or something. Gender exotic. Both of them said exotic. Did you just roar? Ah! Maybe he's like a big WWE wrestler with different masks or something. Maybe we'll have to sleep on it. We can come back. Let's make one more hop. Let's get back to the ship and make one more hop before we wrap for the night. We put 3 cells in the hyperdrive. Is this the planet of unwanted animals? None of them make sense. How about craptastic clusterfuck for a name? Let me see if we can get this past the filter. So, not taking the system that's going to be suggested, but seeing if from here, let me see if I can free explore to a nearby system that we can still reach. Nope. Give me something closer. Yeah, yellow. Come on. Oh, not back there. Back up here. That'll give me free explore. so much trouble navigating this. Is it not? How come I can't see any nodes here? I want to go in that direction. I want to get out of the events expanse. You know what? It doesn't matter. I'm going to take one more jump. Along this path. It's taking us towards a new region of space. I want to get towards this Kukyeri cloud. I guess I can do that manually. We could just set a waypoint somewhere else in that system. Not custom waypoint. Give me free explore and let me... I feel like I still don't have a lot of control over this. I'm so bad with this. Setting a waypoint. Jump back there. I get the waypoint set. Waypoint set. Thanks. Thought I had that. Oh, man. We're going to wrap in a few minutes, by the way. I'm just trying to get us... Let me do one more jump. That screen makes my head hurt. I do want to jump in this direction. I don't want to go where it's telling me to go. How do I get the possible nodes from this system to display? Like, if we were there, what branches out from there? Hit the B button. There's no filters. We're there, but I don't want to stay on the galactic core path. Now, from this spot, I want to briefly free explore, but I also want to see, like... I don't know what that is. Scan discoveries. Saw the button. Where are the... I don't want it to jump like this. I want to see the possible travel. Maybe you can only... I don't fucking know. Okay. Path of the core gets calculated as you travel. Yeah, it's not... I'm not worried about the path. It's about the mechanisms. I'm trying to understand the mechanisms. We just contact. It's the display, you know, when it... These fucking lines. Where are those lines over there? When I'm over there, where are these lines? That's what I was looking for. These lines. I want those lines over there in the other system so I can see what's next to each other and... I cannot control the galaxy map effectively. Those lines are your lines. No, I don't mean the ones... No, I don't mean the ones I've traveled. Because they're the potential ones. No, come on. There's so many more... No. We're not communicating clearly. I'm gonna have to make another... We're not jumping anywhere else today. We just gotta talk about this for a second. I am here. Pick one here. This is a system I have never been to, okay? So these lines coming off of Datong Savyu, those are not my lines. I have not been there. Those are the lines I'm talking about. These lines, these potential travel points. I have been to Manding B. We have not been to Datong Savyu. So I have not been on all of these lines. Those lines, where are those lines? Over there, when we were at the other system, those are the lines. Q and E show alternates, up and down for filters. I'll play with it more off stream. I will play with it more off stream. For now, it just makes my head hurt. Oh, God. Yikes. 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 You know what? I don't care if it's a system that someone else has been in. This is taking us towards that other cloud. We're going. I don't care if it's someone else's system. We're jumping there. Woo! Not interested in the core. I am interested in getting into another region of space that is not the events expanse. So we're following somebody else's path. Somebody followed a path to the galactic core from this region, and the game led them on a similar path. So they've already been here. They've already discovered this. That's fine. Since we're just passing through. Those ones you're talking about are only registered when you've been in the system. But how can that be? Because if I'm in this system and I show the nodes out to another system I haven't been to, I can follow the nodes from that to another system I haven't been to, and another system, and another system. I can be 6, 7, 8 systems I've never been to out. And following those lines. But when I followed 3 nodes along the projected path to the galactic core and then tried to regain that mode, I couldn't get that projected path mode from any of those stars. That's the Free Explorer. I went into Free Explorer. We're not going to be able to solve this. I'm going to have to play around with it until it makes sense to me. You guys know what you're talking about, and if it makes sense to you, you know what it does. I don't, and somehow we're not communicating very clearly. I was in Free Explorer, and it was behaving differently. It was very lightly jumping around between stars, not showing projected destinations where you have to hold the right analog stick and it kind of different situation. That's what I was attempting to do precisely. Von Buki, that's precisely what I was attempting to do. Follow the path and then pick a different star near it instead of the one it was suggesting. And I couldn't physically control it because it wasn't giving me those little lines like, all right, I don't want to go to that system that it's suggesting. Where are the lines to the 7 other systems near that I could potentially jump to if I had been in that system? I just wanted to see those projected the way I could in my region of space. It wasn't that far away. It doesn't make sense to me. I'm going to end the stream in a few minutes. I'm cracking here. Don't try to explain it any further. I don't understand, obviously. So just let me flail about and... You're in a system near there. So it projects paths, but if you've been nowhere near said system, it will not project a path. That sounds simple enough. So it doesn't have to be a system you've been to. Just, if it's kind of near the region of space you're in, you'll get the lines. And if it's further away from the region of space you're in, you might not get the lines. Okay, I can handle that. It's not very explicit, but... You still smell like tears and regret. What I'm hoping is I can jump us into that cloud from here or soon. And then we'll go back to it. I'm not trying to follow someone else's path. We gotta find our own systems. But I do want to get us out of the events expanse because I've been hopping around like this for the past 2 weeks and we haven't gone anywhere. We tried to portal somewhere today and I couldn't even portal. It crashed the game 3 times every time we tried to go through the portal. Trying to figure out what's up with that too. Thermal shield, radiation. Path envy. Infinite. Skiv reflector. Thanks. I don't want to buy anything from the merchant. I'm burning out for the day. I think we should wrap. What's this system? The Jenny Hub. But we'll be back at it tomorrow. I don't know if we're starting a little late tomorrow or not. Can't remember what my schedule is, but I think I put the stream on the schedule. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for the great company. Always. As well as the host love and the sub support, the bits and bops and boops and... Cheers, you guys. Hope everyone has a fantastic evening. Survived your Monday all right. Catch you on the flip side. Till then. Yeah, stretch. Just like that. All right, everyone. See ya.